Good afternoon, Grant. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Bob. Thanks for having me.
Welcome to Mariposa. And you kind of have a unique job. An insurance claim adjuster?
Yep, I'm a public adjuster.
Public. So you don't work for the insurance companies.
Never the insurance company.
You work for the private homeowner. And you want to tell me a little bit about what you do and your company?
Sure, yeah. My name's Grant Staking. I'm with a company called the Greenspan Co, Adjusters International. We've been helping homeowners and business owners for 76 years navigate the complexity of an insurance claim. We do this by helping them prepare, present, and negotiate insurance claims, and making sure that the insurance companies are honest and that every homeowner and business owner receives a fair and equitable settlement in a timely fashion.
Okay. This is kind of a complicated business. The urban wildlands interface has caused some terrible escalation in insurance rates, and a lot of companies are going out of business, going bankrupt, cutting corners, and they're getting kind of aggressive with their claims adjustments, maybe being less than candid with homeowners about their insurance.
Yeah, I've seen that. I mean, right now in California and really the greater western United States, we're in a 22-year drought, and it's getting drier every year. The fires are getting bigger every year. More homes are being destroyed, and what ends up happening is you have insurance carriers, which, to be fair to them, they're for-profit organizations. They're allowed to make money and invest homeowners and businesses their premium dollars. But what ends up happening is when there's so many losses year in and year out, insurance companies are less inclined to maximize the settlement. So what I'm seeing right now is if somebody is insured, let's say for $500,000 up in Mariposa County, when their home burns down, that does not mean the insurance company will give them $500,000. Essentially, the insurance company is able to go in and measure the loss, basically reevaluating what the payout should be. And so I'm engaged with many homeowners currently because of the Oak Fire to help them manage that process to truly capture what it is to rebuild a home, what their inventory is priced at, and we do this through a forensic process with our building experts and personal property experts. And to go back to what you were saying about the landscape of insurance, because the fire risk is so high, so many insurance companies are leaving rural and mountain communities. And what that's doing, not only are the rates increasing, but it's creating a monopoly. So if you have 4 or 5 major insurance companies leave an area and the only company left is California Fair Plan, they have really nobody to compete with, and they can make their rates whatever they want to be. We see that a lot, and for many people, and unfortunately I've seen this up here in Mariposa, a lot of people didn't have insurance. It was unaffordable. Certainly they would have liked to have gone back in time and pay so that they could rebuild their homes, but now they're left with nothing because they could not afford a $800 or $1,000 monthly payment in insurance.
And there's nothing you can do for those folks.
When you're underinsured or when you don't have insurance, there's not a lot that can be done. If I'm not engaged with a homeowner or business and helping them, I'm giving a lot of good, sound, free advice. So one of the things that I've been doing up here is a lot of outreach, and I'm talking to everybody, whether they lived in a double wide, modular home, or if they were underinsured. I'm giving out a lot of advice on how to make sure that they can capture every dollar entitled to them. And that's pro bono, that's free advice. For those who are properly insured and there's enough space for us to create value, we will get involved and take over the claims process for them to help them maximize everything. And also really to just shoulder that burden. It becomes traumatizing to go through this process sometimes, and if we can shoulder that burden from an emotional standpoint, many homeowners feel that that alone is worth our involvement.
What does it cost to engage your company?
Yeah, good question. It's our compensation is based on a success fee. Typically, it's around 10%, and we see an increase in payout anywhere from 20%, 70%. It really depends on what they had in their home, the type of materials they had, who the insurance company is, when we get involved, how early in the process. But we definitely only get involved if we can create value and create a nice return on investment for our clients.
And how would people in Mariposa get a hold of you?
You can just reach out to me. You can go to the Mariposa Chamber of Commerce. I am a member. You can go to their website or their Facebook page. My cell phone number is 925-408-9880. And I'm willing to talk to anybody and just point them in the right direction.
You know, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of people wanting to talk to you. But Grant, I appreciate your time and talking with us. And maybe I could add to this a little bit. We talked a little earlier. This is not going to get better. Rates are going to continue to increase, and our fire hazards are going to keep getting worse.
Mm-hmm.
Our fire seasons are now extending into the holiday season. You have any advice for people on how to deal with this?
There's a few things that homeowners can do. It's not necessarily to protect yourself from a fire, but certainly creating defensible space and hardening your home, but also taking pictures and video of your property, what's inside your home, all of the outbuildings, so that way you can go back and document what you had in case the insurance company asks you to create a list. I would also say that it's very important to be properly insured. And something to keep in mind is this: you should not insure your home for if it was the only house that burned, like a kitchen fire. You should insure your home for if a whole neighborhood is burned. And the reason why is when you have hundreds of structures that burn, it creates a demand surge. There's not enough contractors in town for that demand. So you may have contractors from Merced and the Fresno area, which just makes the price of construction more expensive. So I personally think if you're in Mariposa County, you should be insuring your home for no less than $300 a square foot. It may seem high, but again, if hundreds of homes burn down, that's going to be a minimum of what the accurate and true cost of construction is. So being properly insured so you can have a building limit that you can work with, and documenting what you had inside the home and being proactive, because once a fire happens, people tend to forget things, and it's a lot harder to create an inventory list where you can submit and then get an accurate amount back. So I would do those things. Defensible space, taking pictures and videos of what you had in your home, and making sure you're properly insured. Reach out to your insurance agent and say, I need $300 a square. So if you have a 2,000 square foot house, at a minimum, you should have $600,000 in insurance. I've seen policies here in Mariposa County where a 2,000 square foot house is only insured for $300,000. There's just no way you can rebuild. So reach out to your agent and have them up the insurance, because the true cost of construction is not, from what I see, is it's not reflective in the insurance policies that I've been reviewing in the area.
Grant, appreciate your time. And again, thank you very much for reaching out to us. And I'll be putting this video up on my website
Okay.
and making it available to people. You have a great day.
You guys too, and good luck, Mariposa County.